Smash for the clout, dash, I'm out.
Wow. Did y'all see that?
GT for the clout, oh, pop out. Check on the couch.
Oh, well, we're live, so our garage band just failed. Yeah. Good. We're off to a great start, guys. Good thing nobody's joined in quite yet.
Let me turn this to a lesson. So what we can learn from this.
Yeah, what can we learn from this already?
Preparation.
Okay.
We
You
had
know,
none of that.
We had none.
you know what? I tried.
So
All right.
This is a bigger room. Anyway.
Hold on, Facebook. We are almost there.
Are these mics recording too, or is this? Yeah, just the sound.
That's for Facebook. These were for garage bands.
Who knows?
All right. Let's try this again. Please.
That's gross.
3, 2, 1. All right.
Right down sound.
We're screwed on the face. We're screwed on. Wow.
Smash for the clout, dash, I'm out.
Yeah, I know Ryan B. I already know.
GT for the clout, oh, pop out. Check on the couch. Smash for the clout, dash, I'm out.
Yep. So this is our mic. That's our mic right there. Because those two aren't working. What's up, Facebook? CloutCast coming to you live from the RDI. That's RD Innovations. Oh, on the screen. Episode 2.
Yeah, good thing we're used to stuff not working.
Yeah.
Well, Garrett and Brita stepped out, but today we have a special episode. We have the RD Innovation guys in the house today. Oh, wait, that's also me. And we thought we'd give y'all a come up backstory of where we came from. And, how we got where we're at. Garrett has stepped out, but Garrett Debris, a.k.a. Future Mayor, he's running 2030, so y'all be on the lookout for him and run from there. But yeah, Trey, we don't know.
I want to know everything. I want to know everything from womb until now.
That far back?
Yes. No, let's get started with a little bit about. I mean, did all of y'all always want to be entrepreneurs? Was this always like in the plan, or was there some other plan, and then all of a sudden just this idea sparked up, and then all of a sudden you started chasing that ambition, or was it just something that was like always like I knew I wanted to be a business owner, and then went from there.
Yeah. True.
Honestly, I had never really thought about it. I was just on my way through school trying to get what I could done. And then these guys approached me when they had already had the idea and brought me along. And well worth it for sure.
Okay. What about you, Jayton?
I've always been a very entrepreneurial person, but I never really saw that as kind of like my career choice. I was more just destined to be an oil field engineer until I kind of linked up with Devon and we made all this happen. And so I'm glad that definitely happened because I love being part of the entrepreneur lifestyle. It's definitely stressful. It's definitely hard, but it's a lot of fun. It's very worth it if you put in the right amount of time and get with the right team like we did.
What's worth it to you?
Everything. So now, I mean, we've kind of been living in the shadows for really the last year ever since we were acquired by Rager Dice. And so kind of coming out of the shadows the last couple of weeks, I mean, we got the front page of the paper on Saturday. I mean, that's insane. So kind of those feelings are starting to really kind of come to us. It's starting to feel like it all paid off. All the hours, all the stress that we put in is really starting to pay off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, which, by the way, if y'all didn't see the Avalanche Journal, this, what was it? Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. RD Innovations, front page. Apparently, they're driving the market. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to scoop this mic back a little bit.
I'd say movement, but market's a good start.
Yeah, driving a movement is a good word for it. All right, so just know that we're aiming for that.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. Nice of you to join us, Garrett.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, you want to pass the tardy sauce this way? Because we're live.
So the question is, did you always expect to be an entrepreneur, or was this kind of this happened?
No, I actually had no plans of being an entrepreneur. I was going to be a pretty structured hospital administrator. That was my career path after, deciding not to be pre-med anymore.
What made you want to be a hospital administrator? I know you, and I just don't see it.
Really? Why not?
You don't.
I really don't. I don't see you in the medical field. I see you as more of a mover and shaker outside of like the confines of a brick building.
Yeah, I always kind of wanted to like move and shake, but I thought I was going to move and shake in healthcare, and which, I'm not counting that out. I might still be able to do that in the future. Yeah, I was pre-med for the latter half of my college career, and then, but I was business before that. So as I started to shadow these physicians and surgeons a lot more, I realized that I wanted to go into the administration role in the hospital system.
Sure.
And so that was what I was going to do. And I was working with Brent Majors. He's the CEO of Texas Tech Physicians right now. Shout out Brent Majors. A super influential guy in my life. And he was going to get me into, my dream MHA program. That's the Master's in Health Administration program. But I don't know, something about these guys and what we were doing at the time felt more creative. And I felt like my creative outlet was just, my creative muscle was just being flexed to the max. And I just was like, you know what, I'm going to just ride this out. If we crash and burn, fuck it. I'll do, I'll go on. I can always go back to school. School's always going to be there.
So did you graduate?
Yes.
You graduated
With my bachelor's.
Okay. How hard was it to, kind of give up on that medical dream and chase something that you didn't know for sure was going to work out?
It was hard, for sure. And my parents were more upset about me deciding not to go to med school than I was.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Huh.
Yeah, because that's, I think that's every parent's dream for their child, like, med school, law school.
Right. Did they get it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Front page of the newspaper.
They're cool with it now, and they're, a little more understanding. I know Jay's parents are kind of freaking out about the whole thing.
My parents are still freaking out. Yeah, they're not happy right now.
Really?
Yeah, my dad can care less. As long as I'm making big moves, he doesn't really care.
Right.
But it's my mom, because she's an educator. So every day she preaches education to, elementary kids. And so when she has her own kid not finishing his education, that kind of makes her look bad.
Do you feel like you're ever going to go back and finish it?
I would like to, just for the sake of finishing, but because I only have 18 hours left, but I really don't need it. My degree is kind of completely different from what my day-to-day tasks are as a software developer. My degree is mechanical engineering.
Okay.
So that's it's kind of just a whole different world from software development, coding, programming, things like that. So, and that's what's nice about software development is everything you want to learn about it, it's online. You can learn from YouTube. Right here, prime candidate.
Yeah.
So,
YouTube All-Stars, baby.
Yeah, YouTube All-Stars for real.
YouTube, Linda, you can learn anything you want if you put your mind to it on the internet.
There's so many resources out there.
Oh.
There is almost no excuse to fail right now because there are so many resources. We have access to any amount of information at our fingertips. And that is really cool to see how you can go from something like you were in mechanical engineering, you were in med school, you were, I didn't even know you were doing. What was your degree?
I was a innovation major in Florida, and I transferred back to Texas Tech. And I was a double finance and management major.
Finance management. Okay,
Yeah.
Drew, what was your degree?
Well, see, I'm the only one that's still attending.
Okay. What's your degree in?
I have a question about that too. I've gone through 5 majors. I started off pre-vet when I was initially, then I went to mechanical engineering for a year, then went to sports management, then went to business management, and now I'm still in the business school, but MIS, which is Management Information Systems, IT, and my concentration is web application design. So
nice.
And I would still be.
That's actually so relevant.
Yeah, I was gonna say none of your college degrees have anything to do with web development, and yet y'all are saucing it up in the development industry. And that just goes to show you that there is zero excuse to not chase after your dreams, even if it is outside of your major that you wanted to pursue or your parents wanted you to pursue. There's no excuse. You can chase whatever your ambition is, and like you said, you can stretch out that creative muscle and really find your niche and what you like doing. And I think that's awesome. I love what you guys are doing. Obviously, I mean, I'm in a building, and it's cool. We get to have fun every day, and spend a lot of time in front of the computer, but it's still fun. Like I love being creative. I love designing. I know you guys do too.
Well, it comes down to the people. Like
Yeah.
whatever we ended up doing, whether it was web design, whether it was anything there is. And I always say sell Girl Scout cookies. The reason why we're at where we're at and gonna be where we'll be at is because we're just different. I know we've always been different, whichever room we're at, whether it's in sports, whether it's in business. It's we like to be perceived by others as different. Whether that's a good feeling or a bad feeling. Garrett and I were talking about this today. We want to talk to the people who want to make change. If we go into a building of 100 people, we're not going to try to reach 100 people. We know there's probably 1, 2, or 3 people who are really trying to make a change.
Yeah.
We're going to really start making moves here in Lubbock to where it's both technology, but it's also the perception of what Lubbock is. We're going to really shake it up a little bit. We've been saying that the old Lubbock's dead. The old Lubbock mindset, the way we do things, the way it's a transitional city, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because this group here, and there's some outside there. Clayton Doherty, he's our main, he's our CTO. He's a genius. Love him.
He is a
Shout out to Clayton.
genius.
But and we're growing, and we have these interns here who are crazy smart. I mean, they're all smarter than me, and I love it.
Yeah.
And the reason why we want to do what we want to do is, one, we're competitive as hell,
Yeah.
and two, it's someone has to do it.
Yeah.
So we really have taken that spot in that position of saying, hey, we see that there's opportunity here, and there's, like you said, resources online. So we're going to do whatever we need to do to make sure that we're the ones who are able to take it. And people who are like that also feel free to come join, because we're looking for people who are trying to shake things up.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most fun about this, is being in a place you're not supposed to. Because we're all different. I mean, we're all different backgrounds, different. We're not supposed to be here. We're conservative, Lubbock. I mean, let's face it, I'm a black CEO, college dropout. I'm tatted up, single mom. Like, I love that though.
Yeah.
I love that shit. I love that I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And everyone here is exactly like that. So the fact that people are telling us no from the beginning has just increased the fire to where we're at now. People think, oh, this is badass now, but it wasn't always like this. And now it's getting like this, we have so days, shoot, bro. There was times where I remember LP and L calling us saying the powers would be turned off. And I also remember the power being turned off, we're trying to figure out, we had Jayton make some websites for some random people just so they would pay us, so we could pay a bill for tomorrow to then have a company. It was for 14 months.
Didn't we have to give them their money?
We had to give them money back too, yeah.
Yeah.
We had to do that.
So when was Define actually founded? How long ago
April
was that?
2016.
Okay. So yeah, so it's been almost 2.5 years, and now you're front page of the newspaper. That's crazy, guys. That is pure hustle. For those watching, you can go from LP&L turning off your lights
a few times
to running a successful company that Lubbock Innovation Hub is trying to ride their tail. This is serious, and this is hustle. If you put in the hustle and apply these resources that we talked about, you can get there in not a lot amount of time. Whenever you think of building a successful company, I think of that's a long-term hustle. And the hustle's still going. We're just getting started. But at the same time, but at the same time, you're making it. Y'all have made it in a sense of y'all are a successful company at this point. Y'all are bringing in dollars for Rager Dykes and for yourselves, and that's impressive. And it inspires me. It's inspired my hustle too. And I know it inspires everybody around us. Our network of friends. So it's been really cool to just see the development of it all.
And that's one of the main reasons that keeps us going. And I'll bring up people because that's what this is. It's people. one of the biggest motivators is, yes, this is cool, right? This is tight. But what's really cool is the fact that, I had guys like Drew who completely changed his whole education direction to come do this. Jayton, whose parents are been against it from the start, trusting us, to really do this. And have Garrett, who totally had a career for his life. He had his whole life planned out. Got, accepted to a prestigious college, about to go to the prestigious college in San Antonio to do exactly what he wanted to do. And yet he said, hey, this company that's making no money and young as hell, and we don't really know what we're doing. I believe in the vision so much, I'm going to drop everything I'm doing and go with it. So having these type of people, these type of guys on the team, it makes you work hard. But when you get these things, like what's cool is we on the paper, but what's really cool is having Clayton, who's our CTO, telling that he's able to buy his fiance a car. I'm happy about that. Like that's cool. That's cool. Like what's cool is, again, getting known by people is great. But what's really cool is you telling me that his dad woke up in the morning and was saying how cool is that he's in the paper. Like that's badass. And having that feeling to be able to do that every day. Although it's hard and it's stressful, like Jayton said, this has been the hardest thing I have ever done by far. But it makes it all worth it. The process and the struggle, you learn to love it. You learn to love the wins even more is with a family. And this is what this is, it's a family. So we've gotten to where we're at right now because we failed a ton. For example, we got $35,000 to start. And the first $10,000 to spend on is a cool office building on Broadway.
I'm really embarrassed. I thought it embarrassed me that we had to tell everybody that, because that's so dumb.
But that's what's kind of funny was the office was almost our motivator to even start the company in the first place. Because we wanted to do it, but then we never really had that one thing that was going to really make us pull the trigger. And when we saw that office building, we loved it so much that we decided to build a company to fill it, kind of situation. And I'm glad we did.
Yeah. Well, and I think just going back to what you said, that's cool and everything. But I think just because I know you really well, Devon, and money is a good motivator, yes. But what really motivates me, and I see it motivating you guys, is more impact and legacy. And being able to look back at our lives and say that we paved the way for a new Lubbock. That's the opportunity that we're staring down right now, is that we have an opportunity to pave the way for the new innovative Lubbock, which is typically known as being way behind the curve. That's what excites me and motivates me the most. Is we can really literally envision what we want to see Lubbock, and if we go out and hustle hard, we can make it happen. And Garrett's ambition, he wants to be mayor of Lubbock. I don't see anything that's going to stop you from doing that. It's going to happen.
At least mayor.
Yeah, at least mayor. We'll start with there. You may be seeing Dewberry presidential campaign posters eventually in Lubbock, but I can see it, man. Man, that's crazy that we're a part of this whole movement, and that like we've said many times before, if anybody watching this wants to join in and be a part and innovating Lubbock to a whole nother level, that's what we're all about. This is our hometown, and growing up here kind of sucked because it was so behind the curve. There wasn't much to do, but now there's so much economic opportunity in Lubbock that we can make anything happen. We really can. And so that's just kind of my thoughts.
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of turn this into a way to add value for anyone watching who might want to start a business or try to look for funding, and maybe give some of the biggest things we learned when it comes to funding. So big thing, no matter what you're going to do, get used to no. It happens a lot. And get used to being told no hundreds if not thousands of times, especially when you're going for funding. So what you learn with funding is you immediately think, all right, the idea. If the idea is badass, then they're going to fund us. And then after you get no about 1,000 times, you figure out, what we figured out is it's actually money-wise. What type of money you're going to have, are you going to have coming in? How fast? What timeline are you looking at? 1 year, 2 year, 3 year? What's your exit strategy? How do you know that's your exit strategy? Who's on your board of directors if you have one? Who's your team? And that team one is also, I'd say the first, if not second, is the team. sometimes, I mean, we've seen companies that have ideas or are pretty bland, but their team is solid, who've had experience on it for years, and they've had a board of directors who have 4 PhDs in the subject. So the 2 things they're looking for is team experience and money flow. When's that going to happen? How's it going to happen? Do you have customers already? Is the product already built? If not, what's the blueprints for it? How many people do you have working on it? And a big thing that no one told us that's huge is what problems do you see occurring eventually? And it's not a bad thing. They actually want you to know what problems you can see in the future, what snags you have run into. That tells them that you have planned this out completely, and you know it so well, you even know the possible problems coming. So that's one of the major things I learned.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on what niche you're in, but I guess for software and technology, one of the things I learned is that like when big investors or maybe it's like like your acquirer or like an equity fund, and when they're looking at a technology company, they value the company long term. So like for example, LinkedIn was about, I forgot the exact numbers, but LinkedIn like just now is like starting to generate some profit. But 10 years ago, they were just burning through cash, but they were, not profitable, but they had a super high valuation and could still secure funding. But it's because the way that they look at technology companies is like, how much are they going to be worth in the future? And so some ways to kind of lock that down is like, as you have cash flow coming in, you need to secure like daily active users, monthly active users, keep your churn rate down for your products, and just try and show as much value as possible and continue to scale up. And that was that gave me a sense of relief when I learned that, because I was thinking like, cash flow like now, profit now, but really, it takes a long time to build something valuable, especially when you're building software, and, investors and who, acquirers or equity funds understand that. So if you're trying to build software, think really long term and just try and provide as much value as you can with that product, because that's how your investors are going to look at it. It's, or even if you're going to go public, it's the long game for sure. That's pretty much what I got for software.
Drew, you've been pretty quiet over here. You got any
I'm
thoughts?
always quiet, man. I'm always quiet.
You got any thoughts for the people?
Well, see, I've actually never sought out. I wasn't with the team when they had first sought funding, and I mean, I've obviously seen them grow from day one. But really, I mean, like the only time I've had an experience with funding is when these guys came to me and they asked me for some funding, and I'm not sure.
Did you give it to them?
That's a great story, actually. We should kind of tell that story.
I'm not the typical investor. I didn't have really invested like a lot of money in my life, but these are some of my really good friends. And I come into some oil money from an inheritance, and it's all about opportunity. When you're presented with some opportunity, and the people that are going to handle it aren't going to screw you over, and works out well.
Yeah, no, again, Drew's underplaying it. We were dying. We were so broke.
We had probably like a month left of cash, and we needed to last all the way until our competition so we could secure some investors. And we were talking to one investor, and he was like, "Yo, if you get one other customer, I'll invest and I'll be your advisor." And we were like, "Kick ass!" And so we were trying to do that, but in the meantime, we were about to go broke, and we still needed to like keep some things going for a while. And Drew, we went down the list of like people who we could bring on as like an early investor and secure some early equity. And like Drew was on the bottom of the list.
We're not gonna lie, Drew.
I remember Devon and I, we looked at each other and we're like, yeah, maybe Drew, and we kind of started laughing.
But Drew won't invest. We have 0 customers.
And
So
they were scared to ask at first, and then after y'all did, he was just so open.
It's like boom, yeah,
like
dirty.
let's go. He was in from the start. So
From the jump, Drew had like 17 grand left, I think. And I go up to Drew and I say, "Drew, I wouldn't ask this when I started we really need it because we were dying. And like we can give you, a portion of the company, we can do royalties based off customers, so you get a piece of every customer we get. At that time it was 0, so you get a piece of 0. But before I could finish, he's like, he's like, no, it's done. I was like, well, that's awesome, that's badass. It means a ton to us. What can we do? Blah blah. And he just pretty much said, it doesn't matter to him. He doesn't even care about that. There's no other people we'd rather see succeed than us, and he totally based his decision not on any money we showed that we make. We were making 0 money. The money we were making, we had to put right back into the company. It wasn't shown off, customers you had, because we only had one at the time. It was just straight, this loyalty and this trust. So that's what we really run on. That's what everyone here has, that same thing, and that's why it's so easy to really give your all to stuff, because I'm not gonna let that guy fail. I'm not gonna let a guy who literally gave pretty much all he had in us just because he wanted to see us succeed. There's no way in hell I'm not gonna work until he has everything he has, or everything he wants to have. So he underplayed the hell of it.
I do have a funny story too about when I actually first came on, and I guess it was March. I think y'all approached me in February of last year. It was either February, early of the year, and so spring break was coming up right after I agreed to everything working. And it was spring break, first time, I guess probably second week I was in there, and these guys were like, all right, I'm going to learn everything I possibly can. I'm going to, do this. Well, here's what happens. We go to Costco the day that Clayton comes back in town from Washington, and we get a bunch of food. And we stock the refrigerator about $300 worth of food. And for the next week, I think we all left the office about 2 times. I mean, we ate there, we slept there, everything was done there. That was the first experience I had. And, it scared the shit out of me. It did.
Really?
It was.
What was going through your head then? And be honest, were you like, these guys are like,
Crazy.
that's like, be honest.
It's like I said, I know, I've seen y'all. Y'all know what I was doing when I came by and saw y'all a lot, and I'm here now. So, and then y'all came to me, and like I said, the opportunity. I got there, and the vibe. I was like, man, everybody's going so hard, and I just had really no choice but to not just want to be that way. Being around y'all pushed me so much, and like I said, because it did scare me. At the beginning there, I had to leave for a little bit, and then everything happened, came back, and we made the shoe fit. We made it fit, and it's been a blast.
Sure. There was times, if I wonder if Grant is Snapchatting me. I remember one time, so Grant Andrews, he's the one we had last time. They had Braxton Vans with the iPhone Vans. Shout out to Grant. Remember one time he wanted to have a meeting at our office, and LP now had just shut down our power. So he's over there, and then we go over there, and I open it. Now I already know the power's off. I already know we have to pay the bill. So we open it, and he's like, man, why aren't the lights on? I was like, what? What? Why is LP now tripping, man? Yeah. Let me call him real quick. No, they do this sometimes. And I knew we didn't pay it. So there was a lot of times we just had to fake it till you make it. A good amount of those times. It's just
It sounds like y'all had some close calls.
Oh,
Like a lot of close calls.
Yeah, I honestly thought about quitting 3 times before we moved into our second office for sure. Just briefly, just like, man, you know what? I guess I could just go to school.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was the fun and the exciting times outweighed those 3 moments of fuck this by a ton. So I mean,
Yeah.
it was easy to stick around.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you're glad you did.
Yeah, we all got in that place at some point. We were
Yeah.
kind of very bottom, okay, are we staying with this? Are we gonna keep going, push through, or are we gonna stop? Because I know I was definitely the same way. So I had started a refrigerant company early on called West Tough Incorporated, which no one knows what refrigerant is. That's okay. It was just kind of my little side entrepreneurial hustle for a while. And I kind of got the same way as Garrett. So I got down to the bottom, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, well, do I keep going with Define? Do I go back to West Tough and kind of start getting that going again, or what? So I ended up selling out my equity, and my dad ended up buying the company off of me. And I had to use that money so I could keep living and surviving while we put Define up to the top. And so that was one of the best decisions I ever did, because it kind of took my focus off of that company 100% onto Define, and we really took off from there.
That's a pretty huge moment.
It really was.
Just to reiterate real quick, Define is RDI. Define was what started RDI.
Yeah.
Rager Dykes bought out Define and now has become Rager Dykes Innovations, aka RDI. Just to reiterate that real quick for people.
I'm hurt. I never thought about quitting. So throw it out there right now.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking different about it.
Well, that's why we're all still here. Because there were times.
Fearless leader right here. You
Yeah,
can't
so,
all together.
we each had our
Let's
times
find
of
this
like,
out
you know
now.
what, fuck that. But it was always Devon to be like,
No, we got this.
hey, like, what are y'all doing? Like, and that's huge. I mean, you gotta have. That's so huge. You have to have that one person who, no matter what,
It's crazy.
is gonna be there, and is pretty psycho, and that's Devon.
Got his feet taped to the
But,
bicycle.
but seriously, yeah, I mean, Devon, without a doubt, I always knew like Devon's not going anywhere, and so like, and that really did help keep me, like, yeah. I remember one time Devon and I took a trip to Dallas to scout some customers and also meet with my friend Noble Madu, who a lot of people might know. He's a really, I mean, it seems like he knows fucking everybody, but he gave us some advice, and we were talking about some of his companies, and like he's telling us what's about to happen and what he sees in our future and whatnot. And one of the during one of our conversations, I asked him like about healthcare and he could tell I was kind of like on the fence, and he was like, "Look, you can decide to go and do that, but just know two things: school will always be there, and Devon seems like he's gonna make it happen regardless." And I was like, "Fuck, that's true." So you know what? I'm gonna let's just keep riding this out. Yeah, we haven't crashed and burned yet. Let's keep going. School will always be there, and so that was a fun trip for both learning, or for both securing my confidence in what we were doing, and also like getting to kind of get some no's from some customers.
Yeah.
Because we needed those no's.
Oh, yeah. And this is why a team is so important. Because one, it's crazy hard. Like people need to understand. If you want to do this, it will be the hardest thing you will ever do in your whole life. There's no. I mean, we've lost friends. We've lost relationships. Like you lose a lot. If you don't have a group beside you, you're not gonna make it. That's one thing. And this is how crazy we are. Like we try to sneak into this vendor event. So to get customers, there's this event where our customers would be at, but we weren't allowed. Our vendors weren't allowed. So we acted like a dealership to sneak in, and somehow I guess our emails, I don't know, they found out. So the morning of, they email us saying that we can't go. They kick us out, and they didn't give us a refund, and they took our money too, which was a big thing at that time because $100 was like a lot.
Yeah.
We're broke. So most people you get that. Our whole trip was planned around that. And we had a presentation of investors coming up soon too. So we were pressed on time. So most people get that and they're down. It's like, well, let's just we're in Dallas. Let's go uptown and let's do something, right? We get rejected or kicked out like 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. We're already dressed. So what we do, we go eat, we come back, we set up in a hotel lobby, and for all day and all night, we just scout and
Cold email,
hundreds of dealerships.
Yeah, I sent
Hundreds of
We
dealerships.
sent a lot of emails to dealerships.
We got we got our first no. We kept starting to get a lot of no's, and it's just. But that's the thing about the team. Like you need someone to say, "Hey, this door got shut here. There's 30 other doors. Let's just hit it and come over here." Because if not, I could very easily, if I was by myself, get down of, wow, we got to figure out this big thing that we need to do with the customers. But
Rejection's hard, like especially with a business idea that you
Yeah.
put so much effort into, and then to hear a no, that can really get you down quick.
And it's gonna happen too. Like it is inevitable. You're gonna hit that like 5 times, like at least. And so if you don't have the strength to overcome that adversity, just like I guess all things in life, I mean, you're just not gonna. It's not gonna happen.
Well,
It's definitely not for the faint of heart. Let's say that for sure.
definitely. Well, to kind of transition real quick, I just kind of want to see like what your long-term goals for RDI are, what you see happening and developing with RDI, but even beyond that, what all of y'all see as the new Lubbock, quote unquote, what you can call them the new Lubbock. What do y'all see coming into the future, and what could we do to bring that there?
Oh, I love that question.
Yeah. You want to go ahead first?
Yeah, sure. I'll start.
Yeah, go for it.
So, I mean, I guess for RDI, we're going to continue to innovate on our current product, but we're going to have a lot more products coming out, and with Bart's blessing, get some other products into other verticals even. So,
What do you mean by that?
so like our current. Let's just hypothetically go with our current virtual merchandising application.
Sure.
If someone wants to tweak it and use it in, for RVs or for boats or something, all right, cool, boom, and now we can attack that vertical.
Okay.
But we have some concepts for some other products for the group that are going to roll out in the coming year. So I don't want to put a timeline on these projects, but they're going to be freaking dope. But so that's. Yeah, I don't want to say too much about that. So that's our plans for RDI. But for Lubbock, right now our biggest economic staples in the city are our hospitals, our hospital systems, healthcare, our universities, and our agriculture.
Yeah.
But those are all great, but they're all government subsidized. I want to see a lot more private action taking place in Lubbock. And we have a lot of it, but we need a lot more. And I want to see. So that's goal number one. Goal number two, and this is where you can even help out with this, Trey, is I want to see a lot more activity happening like outside of Lubbock to bring cash flow into the city.
Yeah.
So exactly what Rager Dykes is doing. We're beginning to expand into Dallas and Houston and Austin, and we're going to be bringing cash flow back to Lubbock.
Sure.
I want to see entrepreneurs and innovators in Lubbock doing the same thing. So in your case, you've got some clients here in Lubbock, but let's take a step. Let's take a giant step and grab some Amarillo clients, or let's grab some clients in Abilene or Dallas, and bring that cash back here, baby.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Actually, for sure.
Let's take that 1 mile step to Amarillo.
I was thinking more nationwide.
Or even that's it.
That's it. Plainview,
Well, and I don't see a reason why we can't invent
even out of
a
Texas,
product or a service that is so dope and ahead of the curve that people in New York are throwing money our way. People in Los Angeles, because they see the value in whatever we're producing. I definitely agree, and we've kind of talked about that a little bit outside of here. Like we said earlier, Garrett's going to be the next mayor of Lubbock, so that would be big for Lubbock.
There's no time step on that, but
Kind of hang on to
7 years. What?
And hang on to that. So like you were saying, kind of LA, New York, bigger development towns like that, the Silicon Valley area, things like that. When you put Lubbock into comparison against kind of those big cities, we're nothing. But that's what's kind of great about Lubbock. So it actually brings up a conversation I was having at a wedding last weekend. So a friend of mine is an accountant in Chicago, and he was telling me, why don't you move your company to, more tech center, like Chicago, New York, a bigger city. And I kind of was taken aback by that. I was like, well, why would we move? Because Lubbock has Texas Tech, which can feed our company, and our partnerships that we've done in our internship program that we do right now with Texas Tech is amazing. Some of the talent that comes out of this college is it's incredible.
Top notch.
And it's Lubbock. It's cheap to live here. It's cheap to have fun here, even though there's not a whole lot to do, but it's cheap to have fun here. And you can office and build a team here for very, very minimal. Exactly. So why would we do the same thing in Silicon Valley area where we'd be paying 8 times our labor and building costs?
Yeah, you get suffocated, and you get suffocated and drowned out.
Oh yeah,
because there's a million software companies out there. It almost plays to your advantage that we're in an underdog city, because if you do stand out, it's almost easier to push forward, and so it almost puts you guys at an advantage being here.
Well, and we're selling software as a service, so it doesn't matter where you are located for that. Exactly. As long as your software and your apps are great, then everything's gonna be great.
Yeah, so when we say the direction of Lubbock, what we see in Lubbock, the direction of RDI, I put that as one. Garrett's exactly right as far as our products and what we want to bring to the table. But again, our thing is we're ready for the people who want to make moves. Our thing is it's about to be a fun journey. It's about to be Lubbock is nothing compared to Dallas and Houston, Silicon Valley we're looking for the people who are pissed off about that.
Yeah.
You know, we want the people who want to join and their friends think they're great. You know, we want the people who want to have an idea that's so big that their parents think they're crazy.
Yeah.
You know, because that's why Lubbock has a talent. But again, Lubbock's a transitional city. You go to Lubbock to get an education to then go to Dallas or back to Dallas from Dallas,
Exactly.
California or Denver. That's going to change.
Yeah.
That's going to change.
Yeah.
We're changing that. And so we're pretty much looking, that's why I love this podcast. We're looking for people to come join the party because it's going to be hard. And it's going to be things they've never seen before. They're going to have to learn a lot. But you know, why else do something if it's not big?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the direction of Lubbock, and that's why I put it the same as art innovation, because the direction of Lubbock then becomes what the influencers want it to be. You know, we want to bring shows to Lubbock. We want to bring music festivals. We want to bring artists. We want to bring more arts to Lubbock. We want to bring things that make a economy great. Culture.
Build the Lubbock culture.
And that's why we love everyone here, because you don't have to be from Harvard. You don't have to have a family that's been together. You know, we all have different backgrounds. We take the other. All you need is hunger, discipline, and us. And we're going to get to where we want to go. We're going to get there. We're not going to stop. We're going to die. If we're going to die, we're going to get there. So we're just people. I mean, like Barbara always says, what separates us from where we want to be and where we're at now is time and people. So that time's going to go no matter what. And we're looking for people to fill that hole come with us.
Absolutely.
So yeah, absolutely. I guess what I'm saying, we're going to take it over.
Yeah. Watch out, Lubbock.
Coming.
Drew, any thoughts on the future Lubbock?
Well, I mean, I want to check out. Lubbock's our city, man. It's our city.
It's our city.
And we want to make it your city too. So, but I mean, I the future of Lubbock is. I want to talk about the future already at first. Yeah.
Okay.
I think as a whole, like with this team that we do have, what we're talking about is the products we have now are going to be nothing to what we create in the future.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I mean, can't give you much foreshadowing, but it'll happen.
Y'all got ideas in the works. That's all you need.
Bring the shot.
I got a legal team too, so
Yeah.
I like my life.
But honestly, I want to talk about the future of Lubbock because too, I tried so hard to get out of here. I really did. That was my goal. I wanted to graduate. I wanted to get the hell out of here. But I'm here now, and through this last couple, year, 3 months, I've been convinced. This is where I want to be. I want to help develop. I really want to see the vision. Like First Friday Art Trail, that's huge. People don't even realize how big of a thing that is. But I mean, that's a big stepping stone for what we have. In the Buddy Hall Music Center, that's going to be even bigger.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring a lot. But for the future, if we can just if we can bring more music, more people, just there's no limits on it. Honestly, the options are.
Yeah. I think I'm just trying to play off of what you said from the beginning. I think a lot of people either get comfortable with Lubbock, like they grew up in Lubbock and they get comfortable with the low rent, the low gas. It's cheap to live here in every imaginable way. And I think people either get comfortable with the living that they're making and then they just want to, live their life and, go into the shadows so they don't strive for more. Or they want to strive for more and so they get out of here. They get out of Lubbock whenever they don't see the opportunity arising right here in front of their faces. You can it's like investing. Like an investor, you can, it's like I'm going to use Bitcoin. People started buying into Bitcoin, like really started paying attention to Bitcoin when it was at $13,000 a coin. But the people who really made money were the ones who saw it at $200 a coin and they said, wow, okay, this could be big. I think the same thing is with, picking a location to build your empire. You got to see it before it's there. And I think all of us really see the potential that Lubbock has as an economic development community. And I think we're all kind of buying in this sense. We're investing in Lubbock, our time, and where we're building our empire. And I think we all truly believe in that.
I get crunk when people start talking shit about Lubbock. Like, that's just me.
Yeah.
But Lubbock Art Trail's badass. It's the first Friday of every month. Check it out. The Buddy Holly, I don't know when that's going to be done. I'm trying to think of what cool Lubbock is that part you don't know about.
Probably 2019.
Sometimes tiny type.
Well, and you know, we're working on stuff too. You know, I don't want to say too much about it, but you know, as a group, we're working on bringing some outside of software development and digital marketing. We're trying to bring stuff to that the community can be involved in, and really double down on bringing a true Lubbock culture to this place, and building that Lubbock culture, because it's typically known as like a cultureless place, besides like farmers, which isn't really much culture. I guess they probably disagree with me, but but yeah, I really think that you know, we got big things planned for the future here. I can't wait to watch them all develop and manifest. You know,
Just getting started.
Yeah, just getting started. Well, anything else, guys? Any advice for the people before we let them go?
Find a group of people who want to do something, anything, try it, fail, try it again, fail. You'll eventually get good at it, and you'll live your life.
Read really good books too. I mean, man, I've read some awesome books over the past 2 years that have really helped me succeed, you know, excel in personal growth and in business. So check them out. I'll recommend one right now. 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel is one I just finished. Excellent book, particularly if you're, you know, wanting. It's his thoughts on startup companies. So if you're thinking about starting a company, read that book. And also Hopping Over the Rabbit Hole by Anthony Scaramucci. The Mooch, aka that book is incredible. Really good lessons for entrepreneurs. So those are my 2 book recommendations.
Also, right now, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah.
Great book.
Carnegie, right?
Yeah, Dale Carnegie. Whether it's business, this, you know, a good person. It's a great book. We gave our interns that when they got here. There's a ton of books. Ben Franklin's autobiography is tied. Stay frugal, baby. But yeah, nothing else other than just treat people great. You know, a business is a rooftop full of people. Don't be a douchebag. And
We can cuss on here, right?
I mean,
cursed the whole
it's too
time.
late for that. Dude.
it's a lot.
And always utilize the internet. Anything you ever want to learn is
Yeah.
on there.
Dude.
Use it.
Yeah,
It's a tool. And never underestimate a nerd, because that nerd might be your boss. So
True. Any advice for the people?
Not much. Don't give up on Lubbock and don't settle, man. Don't set any limits for yourself because there are none.
Don't settle. I like that. I like that. And then I'll just throw out there, along with the internet and books, this kind of plays off both podcasts, man. Dive into them, not just this one, but all the podcasts. I mean, especially this one. This one first, and then go check out Jocko Willing's podcast. Go check out Gary Vaynerchuk's podcast. Go check out, just dive into podcasts, man. You got, like, I had to tell myself to stop. I'm addicted to music. I'm literally addicted to music. I had to start starving myself of music and feeding my brain information. And I'm not a great book reader. And so I started listening to audiobooks, and I started to listen to podcasts and try to drown out some of that music. So really dive into your education. There's so many resources, so many. We live in the best time to be alive as a human in history, despite what everybody says. So take advantage of the opportunity in front of you, and we'll all make it together. Let's do it.
I think the last thing too is I don't want to add is there's a lot of negativity out there from friends, from you know, the news, and just if you really want to commit and do something awesome, you got to drown all that out, and you got to have a positive mental attitude. Getting caught up on negative thoughts is just gonna. There's no point.
You have to
And if you're
stop them
thinking
before it
negatively
starts.
if you're thinking negatively about something, it should be like a challenge or a problem you're about to solve. You know, if you're getting worked up about things you have no control over, there's no point. You know, like if I can't control that, okay. But so focus on what you can control and manage it well. And that's a little too sensitive.
Positive mindset's everything. Negative thoughts are lies. Let's get out of here.
Ladies.
Follow the movement, baby.
So they can see this on YouTube.
Yeah, not right now, but
Smash for the clout. Dash.
I'm out.
Mashing for